great speech, where he says the pursuit of beauty ought to lead to the pursuit of knowledge, through that to the beautiful itself. And it's a glorious speech. In it he found an idea that you can learn through your relationships with others. It's a lovely speech, and it ought to have been the highlight, but it isn't. Because just at that moment, who should come into the symposium but the bad boy of Athenian history, their greatest traitor, Socrates' erstwhile companion, Alcibiades. And Alcibiades is asked to make a speech about love. And what makes this so powerful, I think, is that he gives the other side. I mean, it's all very well Socrates saying, I didn't really love him. All I was doing was using him to learn. But Alcibiades is raising difficult questions. What makes that any different from any other sort of music? But more than that, I think he cuts to the heart of something very difficult. If you've got a relationship with a creative, it's very hard to know where to pitch them. So, you want me to talk about love, do you? That's gonna be difficult, you know, when you're as drunk as I am. And you've got that green-eyed monster looking at you. If I do anything else than praise him, he's gonna go wild with jealousy. But how do you praise a man as strange as him when you're as drunk as I am? Socrates, I'm going to tell the truth about you and me. Will you like that?
Ah, the truth is always good.
All right, and here is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use analogy to tell you the truth about Socrates. The first, Socrates most reminds me of the satyr Marius, who set between high Olympus and humanity, and taught both gods and men to play a music so sweet that hearing it, we can want nothing else, dream nothing else, and it doesn't matter who's it played by. Divine Apollo, that servant girl, its power to move us is the same. And Socrates, he's just like that. But with him, it's not music, it's ideas. He can give you an idea so powerful that hearing it, you're carried by the force of his argument. And it doesn't matter whether it's said by him, by me, by you, by 1,000 generations. It will still have that power to convince. In his way, I think he is the mightiest of all orators. I have sat at the foot of Pericles. I have heard the words of Themistocles, and they're nothing on this man. More than that, their arguments, they can be made by them alone. But with Socrates, anyone can make it. It can give anyone a power to make us question who we are, what we've been doing, whether our life has really been worth the living. So that to have your own ideas, all you can do is run. That's what I did. You see, Socrates, I'm going to tell the truth. All right, here's my second analogy. Socrates reminds me most of one of those sculptured dolls, which are all gross caricature on the outside. Big nose, protruding eyes, looks just like one, doesn't he? But when you open them up, there's a golden god inside. And Socrates, he's just the same. To meet him, you would think he was a vulgar son of a craftsman who spends his time down the marketplace leching after the youth. But you know, he doesn't care for our beauty. It's our souls he's after. And every so occasionally, he'll lift up that chest of his and you'll look inside. You'll see the divine spirit inside. He did it once to me. It filled me with elation, but also excitement. You see, I thought this was it. I thought I was going to be Socrates' lover. And it excited me. But I decided he must be shy. So I invited him down the gymnasium. We wrestled together for hours. But nothing happened. So I invited him round to supper, dismissed the slaves, cooked aphrodisiacs, kept him drinking, kept him talking. But nothing happened. I kept him so late he had to stay with me, shared a couch. But nothing happened. Oh, how I hated him then. Because I love him so. So that was Alcibiades' reaction to Socrates' speech about the nature of love, given totally the other side of it. All right, we've done with the Greeks. I can take off my DJ.